Hey guys, it's me Luis. So we have another one. It's a 2015 Hyundai Sonata. You already saw this in my videos, how to release the molding and everything, but today, remember, I'm going to show you how to insert the line. This is the second one we showed today, but after that I think you already figured out it's not very difficult to set the line at the corners, on the top, on the driver's side corner. So remember, the only you need is the hook. You can use the equalizer, these multi-tools right here. So we're gonna just start this one. Remember, you're gonna hold here. Remember, alignment with this corner on this direction. You're gonna set this one right here, and that's gonna be out of your way when you're making the cut. Okay, fit some line, and you can turn it off if you want, just to keep the charge. Okay, remember, you need to just figure out which one is the right, which one is the left. So if you want to don't have any problem, you can use a marker, and you can just put a mark on the Raptor, and that's you're gonna see what is gonna be your line for the Raptor. But still, you need to get careful. I mean, it's not very big issues, because the only thing is when you pull it out, that you cross the lines, when you start cutting, it's gonna pull this one, and you have to just take the anchor and the position on the right way. But it's no big deal. Okay, so we're gonna insert this one right here. Remember, you already go on this way, and we're gonna insert right here. You know, you can go over here, but it's more difficult because you have moldings or the pitch wheel, but you can go by the edge right here, so it's not a problem. So you can just go beside like this. Let me go a little more right there, and you see, you got your line out. So you can go more close, or you can go here. It's not a big deal. So when I have this kind of moldings and all the stuff, I go a little more low than the corner right here. But if it's open space, you can go here, hook it, and that's it. So now remember, you have a hole, remember, for the insert tool right here. So go in the hole and put your line. Okay, and that way you're not gonna damage your line when you hook, because you can just pinch this one in the middle of the line and you're gonna break it. So just right there, remember, it's set on the plastic here, and just put it back like this, and that's all. Okay, so after this, already you know how to do it. And remember, we're gonna pull the line. You see, now it's on the other side, so I have to go like this. Okay, you see, I'm crossing my lines. Now we need to know what's the size we're gonna go. If I'm cross, I gotta find, you can find right here. You see, I pull it out, and now I know which size is gonna be to the top, and one is gonna be to the left, like this. Okay, so this one is moving, but this one no. So what means, now I got my line right there. You see it? So I gotta separate this area, and now you know what is your size, so you can fit the line. Remember, if you're gonna be short, no big deal. You're gonna start setting the bottom first. That's the more easy, because the anchor, remember, you don't fit anymore, so it's gonna stay on the same size. You're gonna fit that. So let me get my little hook. You can use this kind of hook for get your line, so any kind works. So here, okay, now remember, on this one, what I do is I put my hooks right here. This is gonna make close to here, but this one, don't go close here, because you're gonna catch the terminals for this one, and it's gonna break your line. So this one's go on there, here, because you go on top, it's gonna catch the heater, and it's gonna just break your line like a sharp blade right there. So that's why I have to go under the wires, but top of this one's right here. Remember, I'm more slow today because my camera is on my head. So, and you see, your feet is fine. Remember, the cuts between the moldings and the glass is more easy than behind the molding and under the molding. To me, it's more easy. And this excess of the line, well, I gotta just figure out here, put it back in, and just back in your wrapper right there. Okay, just insert the line right there. You see, it's gonna just start going that way, but it's not a big deal. And that's it, guys. So that's the way you insert the lines at the corner. You see, it's something easy, not difficult, and it's more easy insert the line here or here, because the bottom one is more thick. Sometimes it's more difficult. Okay, so let's start cutting. Remember, we work fast today because it's raining. It was raining all morning, and now it stopped, but it still is gonna rain, so I gotta go fast. I already set my little buddy. The glass is ready with the activator pad, so it's ready to go. Okay, so go right there. Remember, we're gonna start cutting now. I start cutting here, but you can just go all the way on that way. If you don't want to move this one too much, you can go to the corner right there, and it's gonna make the cut. The problem is, remember, if the line is more longer, the tension is more, so it's more easy to break it. So that's why when you start in short spots right here, you can just cut more faster, and more the cut is more hard, because you go all the way down. You can do it, but the problem is the line is more easy to snap, so that's why it's much better in that way. Now, if my lines are crossed, you're gonna see I have to reposition, because maybe I lost the position. Let me just get my Raptors, turn it on, and now I go over here, because this is the more easy in the middle, because I got all the room in this area, and I can move my hand really easy. Okay, we're gonna say, let me just make sure I got the right cut. If not, I have to reposition. You see it? You see, that's what I'm talking about. If you do this, that's the only you have to get careful. You see the nut right there, but the only you have to do is reposition like this, and not a big deal. Okay, so we're gonna start making the cut now. Alright, remember, gravity stops. Gotta break it. There you go. The gravity stops. And this way I can go faster, and that's it. Your system is gonna let you know when no more angle, so you're not gonna damage the tool or breaking the glass, because you cannot go more far than that, because the angle is nothing, so you don't have any angle to make the cut. Okay, here you're gonna feed again, and in this case you can go low. Remember, you gotta have room from your ratchet. I like this one because the Viper, remember, the socket is this big, so you gotta go more higher. Okay. We broke the gravity stop. Sorry if I move my head too much. Next cuts, I'm gonna use the tripod. Right there, right? There you go. That's no more. Okay, now the next cut, and you're gonna be in the middle. Remember the spot for your ratchet. Put this one right here. Just a couple of seconds. When you start setting the protection, your vacuum is already ready to cut. Okay, so we're gonna go right there. Just make sure. Got 2 minutes 24. There. 2 minutes 37, so we got a good time. So I think the winches can be cut, I mean the bead can be cut in maybe 4 minutes. 5 minutes you go slow. So that's good time. People sometimes say, I mean, people have a lot of practice with the cold knife. I do, so I can cut faster, but This 5 minutes or 4 minutes is good. Got 3 minutes. Remember, it's not the speed, but it's more like the technique is more effective. I got a crack, but it's no big deal for this guy. .340. And you see how it's moving, but it's not moving anymore. So it's just move the cap, and we finish in 4 minutes. I told you 4 minutes. And you see my anchor is moved the position from the cap like this way, but it's not moving anymore, so it's not sliding. That was all the deals with this tool when I was working before. Just starting, you know, manufacturer start, making the cut in that direction, in that place. But the problem is, that's not a big deal, right? You can make the cut here, 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 and you finish over here. But the problem is when the anchor is in that direction, the anchor, when it's really short distance between the cut, I mean the device and the anchor, if the anchor is not big enough, it just starts sliding because the gap over there is more, you're pulling more. This one is not a big deal, but this one is too small. So I think in this case, when this part is more smaller, the resistance is because, you know, in this part the glue is how much? This thick, so it's really easy. But the bottom is more thick and low and bigger, so of course it's gonna make problems with the anchor. So to me, this is the technique. I'm gonna stay with this one. Definitely, I'm not gonna change this one because it works really nice, works really fast. 4 minutes, 5 minutes, the most. 434 is very good. Okay, so if I use my cut knife, I can make the cuts probably in less than 2 minutes, cutting. But when I go on the bottom is when the problem starts, because I have to use the cold knife or the extractor. I gotta put water, I gotta put the extractor. It's faster, but the risk is more. And in this case, when this system or any system, it's better. But now with this system, like a Raptor Viper, for me, this is for me, guys, okay, works in a very, very nice way, starting from here. But remember, manufacturers say follow the instruction, but I follow my, because this is my place, this is my room, and I say what is gonna be. Okay, guys, so see you next shots, because I'm gonna take this one off. Maybe it's gonna rain, so I don't have too much time, so I'm gonna say with a little body. You guys already know about the set, this guy, so no big deal. So see you next shots. For the next video, I will try, actually I want to try to own the new Windman for equalizers using the Raptors, because they're using the same system for the suction cups. I'm going to try to get that one and another products, 2 products more, but it's very expensive. But I see if I can get another tools here and show you how those tools works and see what happened. Okay, so I'm going to start working on this business more, and actually I want to put some tools on my own tools. You're going to see new tools, homemade. I know people don't like too much, but if someone has an idea and they want to get these kind of ideas and make them real, go ahead. I don't have any deal or any issues. My business is hourglass business. I make the money in this business, not in the tools. The tools, everyone can make the tools. If I make this one, somebody tomorrow make another one, and they change everything and it's different, and they just get the business. So this hourglass tools business is really, really, really vicious. So everyone can make a tool and sell it, because to try to discuss the legal things for the tools is, they can take years, or you know, many things, make a lot of money, years, to try to prove that's your own tool. So that's why, like a Windman looks the same like the E-Tech. So I mean, you know, an E-Tech can do anything because it's different. The only you have to change is things, and that's different. So the rules on the pattern of the tools is, if something looks different but they made the same thing, they're different. So no legal process on that. Okay, guys, so see you next time. I'm gonna make another tools here, homemade tools. So when I go, because you know why I love Lily Body or the Windman or the WRD, my back is bad. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, my back is not good, because I was doing this job for a long time, and I was, you know, when you are young, you can pull everything you want, no matter if it's heavy or light. But now I get the bill, so my back is bad. So I'm gonna use another system. I'm designing a system for me. This is for my personal use, to set the windshields, and it's gonna be pretty cool. So I'm not gonna leave the glasses anymore, not by myself. That thing is gonna make it. But I'm gonna show you that one later. I'm just in the process to build that one. Very simple materials. You're gonna see that one in my next videos, okay? Not this one, but in the next one in the future, because it's taking a little while to make it. Okay, guys, because I don't have the time. So see you next shots. See you tomorrow, maybe, because I think I'm done. I'm really slow. I have like a 4. This is the last one. I have one more, but the customer is out of town, so I'm slow. And tomorrow we have to put the glasses back on the back glass. Remember the windshield and the back glass, we pull it out. I have to go tomorrow, so I'm gonna show you how to set the back glass with the, you know, with the urethane on, and the encapsulate, and the windshield. Well, you already know that. Okay, guys, so see you tomorrow for more install. This was video car from okay, guys, so the next shot. Strip all these areas so everything is clean. So we're gonna sit. Remember, we have to clean the glass from inside, especially the glass is older. So just clean the glass, the suction cup, and that's gonna make you. It's gonna help you a lot to the, you know, the system don't move too much, especially when there's a humid. It's a lot of humid today, so that's make like a little fog, and that's gonna make this one move. Okay, so I'm gonna just. Starting here, remember you're gonna set this one any place here, because you're gonna move in that way. So you can set probably here to the cord, and an angle for this corner, you're gonna go down here, and you're gonna set this one right here. That is not gonna be on your way where you're cutting in this area. Okay, so the wrapper is already done. So what I'm doing now is just keep some battery, so I just turn it off. And remember, you're gonna insert the line. Remember, in this case, you have to make sure you go on this way. Because if you insert the line and you go on this way, because you don't see what is the right, what is the left, when you start cutting, you have to reposition your anchor. But it's not a big deal. If in case you have that problem, just, you know, take it off and just put it back in the same way, in the right way. Okay, so I'm gonna go here first and insert this one here. And in this case, remember, you're gonna go on this way, because this is the in that direction. This is for bottom, top and bottom. So you're gonna go here, and all you have to do. Insert your line and the corner. You see how big is the corner right there? So what I do is go on this direction, you see, without scratch. I move my insert line over here, and if you have any hook, like you know, something with no sharp points is the best. Okay, but you can use this one from equalizer. I'm using this one, so because it's a little sharp, but just careful, don't damage your line. But what I do is just this little hole right here, so I'm gonna catch it from there. I'm just gonna go right here. You see the hole? I just make this one like this, and you know, it's supported by the plastic, not by the metal. I only just pull this back on this one, and that's it. Okay. And remember which one is what's the way. So to me, the left is the top. You see, I'm still on this way, so I know this one right here is my anchor, and this one is my raptor. Okay, careful because it's really sharp. Okay, and just make sure it's open. It's going down there, one is up, and just start pulling line. Just calculate how much feed you want, but it's no big deal. When you have this one, if it's too big, don't worry about it. Let's go that way. Now this one, remember, has a gravity stop very big on the bottom. Let me show you which one is. So just pull it out before, because this one is really hard to cut him off. If you don't go under here to here, it's going to be really hard, and it's going to make you move your system a lot. So right here, I remember we use the hooks just to rise the line and don't be stuck with the double pitch wheel right there. Okay, Always start feeding the bottom and finish on the top, because if you have too much line, you can retract it. If you finish on the other side, the anchor is going to be a big line. So just go always to the top, finish on the top, and that one you can just back into the system like this. You see? Remember, if it's too big, the bend is too much, before you pull in, just put it on the place and tie it. Okay? So in that way, you have your system ready. Now it's gonna start working here. Remember, your system is not gonna work. If I turn it on, it's not working. I have to just take it back. So fit and just start in the middle in any area here, because that's more free to move like hand, you know. And remember, protect this area here. And you see how fast go. That's the gravity stop. Remember, we have 4, 2 on the bottom, 2 on the top. You finish right there. I didn't set my timer, but you know, I think I'm spending 4 minutes to 5 minutes the most in all cars, so it's a good time. Just take this one out, feed the line, and go in the bottom right there. Remember, the room for the ratchet always clear. It's more difficult to me because I have my camera on top, so I cannot go too fast. It's gonna break the stop. There you go. Go almost to the end right there. Even the system is gonna let you know when the angle is not good anymore, so don't worry about that. The system is gonna let you know. Okay, now feed the line and let's go in the middle. I got a cracks, but I don't care because this system works on the cracks. Okay, and now we're ready. Just protect dashboard right there, the other one here, and making the cut. I gotta just guide it right there. There you go. You see how easy was the turn? So if my head move too much, so remember, I'm more faster if I don't have nothing on my head. Right there. Your system don't let you go more. Okay, let's go to the other side. And sometimes I'm a little slow here because it's catching my hook, so I have to go more shorter. Or I have to make those more sharper, because remember when I cut with my pliers, they start to be like a hook, so they catching the line, so that's why. We need to sharp those and make a little sharp point. And here, just gonna move any place. You can go right here. This area is gonna be clear. Just let it sag down a little bit. That one is really tight. Make your turn slowly. You see my anchor? You see? It's pulling my anchor on that direction, but you can see the edge of the roller, but it still is not moving. That's a good one, because before this one started to just sliding when this go down there. And here, feel a little bit more, and just go the corner. I go this far because I want to get the room to insert my dash protector or my headlamp protector. Okay, so in this case, we're almost done. Let's go with this one here. And this is what I'm talking about, is the resistance in this area is no big deal for this little suction cup right here. You see, it never moves. And I'm pretty sure if I start working on the direction, setting my suction cup here down to the bottom, and start working in that area here, or this area here, and the end, this guy is gonna move, okay? So you saw already, so this technique, I like it because it's better to me. Of course, remember, you gotta follow the manufacturer because that's where they made the tool, but in this case I break the rule because I tried to use that one and works really nice for me and most of the cars, but some they are more difficult. They start sliding, and I don't like it. So, but in this technique, the system, I mean the little anchor, no move anymore. Probably it's gonna move a little bit in some dirt glasses, like old glasses, but for now it's cool. So now we're gonna just remember what I'm talking about. The hooks, sharp points, is when you see when I make a cuts, it's like a little bending and they catch my line, so I have to make it sharp. I got my grinder, so I'm gonna make this one more sharper, and they're gonna be more smooth when the line pass from on these ones right here. So keep those. Remember, this one is almost the same like a Lexus. Let's partner, because the other one, the Lexus, has the same bolts right here. I'm not saying it's the same, but it's the same style. Okay, you see what I'm talking about? You gotta be very close to those bolts right there. Remember, today I'm gonna use primer, activator pads and primer, because too much humid for my glass, so it's 10 minutes dry. So after I finish here, pulling the glass, cleaning the body, the pitch wheel, this already dry. Okay, so you saw, and this way nothing is damaged, it's very clean. So it's more difficult on these corners or the bottom, but you see, no big deal. So I'm gonna clean the bee. My glass is ready, and after I finish here, primer the edge, you know, the scratches, and I'll be right back to set and we finish. So if you want to try this technique in the corner, just do it, and I think you'll be enjoy that technique because help a lot with the little anchor, don't move anymore. Or maybe equalizer needs to make another anchor more bigger or more stronger, you know, but it's not our deal. Okay guys, see you next shot. We're almost done here. See you next. Okay guys, so I already set my line. Now remember, careful with the top on this one because the glass is really bended. There's a lot of curve. So now our line is out of the positions to cut. So just careful right there, because you don't put attention on this cut right here, you're gonna break the line. Okay, so we'll start cutting here. Let me set my timer. This time, so I'm not gonna go really fast. It's just some, because this one is hard, especially on the top. So I'm not about the speed today, but let's see what's the timer. Remember, the top of it stripped the visor, so the little headliner, so nothing is on my way. Remember, the gravity is still very big, okay? Okay guys, so we finished in 4:46. That's not bad, and I went a little slow. So as you see, to me, I'm gonna stay with this technique forever, okay? Using the Viper or sorry, or the Raptor. To me, this is the best technique to prevent the anchor move, because this time don't move anything. Now I'm gonna show you something else today. This is just the idea, okay? Just the idea. In my case, because I'm doing this business for a long time ago, I have a problem with my back, okay? So what I did today, remember my little arm, you can articulate arm, that's what I want to call it. I made this one today. So this one, with us, is gonna be in my belt right here, okay? Catching my belt. This bell is not good, but I'm going to use it today. Right here. Now, I want to put on my leg this one. My kid's been playing with this yesterday. I'm going to talk to them today. One of my kids was playing with him. See? He's just playing with this belt yesterday. I have to go this way. Now, it's tied to your leg. Okay? And now we have this little hook right here. Okay, so this one does, sorry about that, my pants zippers down. So this one is going to hold my glass because my back is bad. So what I'm doing is this is the deal. So get your glass here. And this way my back is bad. So when I put it in here, it's going to help me just to hold my glass for a second. And put it right here. And I can just walk away without feel that pain on my back. Okay, so this one will help you just to hold your glass for seconds. Okay, you're walking on the warehouse like this, or when you're taking from the car. Just the broken glass. The good glass is not good, but maybe you're gonna chip the bottom because it's metal or aluminum. But this one is gonna help a little bit for the people who has problem with the back. Okay, in this case like me. Okay guys, so I'm gonna see you in the next shot, and we got more work to do. See you next.